Hello guys, what's up you guys today? Today I'm going to show you what apps I use to actually help me do my YouTube channel and might help you with some stuff too, and also help me make videos and everything else to it. So let's hop right into it. So the first app I use for thumbnails and photo editing is this app called GIMP. Now this app is free. Of course all my apps are free, so you have to pay for it. At least you'll be happy about that. Because I don't like paying for stuff. I like free stuff. Now let's see. Now GIMP is supposedly an app that can actually do almost everything that Photoshop can do. It can chop photos, it can actually edit them, you can actually write text in them too. And this GIMP thing can actually do a lot of things. You can even do those fade out photos where the character kind of fading out, which is actually really cool. And yeah, you can do a lot of great scenes on GIMP. A lot of great scenes on there. I'm not sure if it's gonna load or open up right now. I'm not sure because I did click on it. Sometimes it takes a while to open up. Usually it takes like a minute or two. But right now it's taking a bit while, so probably because I'm recording and pretty much. Alright. Well, this loads up. I'm gonna talk to you about the other apps. The next app we got is Blender. Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, but I'm gonna talk to you about Blender for a bit while. Blender is a yeah. That's a bit popping up here. Oh, there's only two of them. What the heck? Alright. So Blender is a video editor. It's also an animator, which you can also animate, and it is also is free. And pretty much Blender is one of the best ones. So since GIMP popped up pretty much a bit faster than usual, this is how it's gonna look once you first get GIMP. Now, I'm not gonna show you everything. I'm not gonna show you everything to do here and all that. So I'm just gonna show you some of the basics and all that stuff. So anyway, so this is the modder aisle where you see everything. Where you see like all these icons. These are the modder aisles. So it lets you like adjust all these icons right here on the left side of the screen. It lets you adjust them all. And here is like like the volume of it, like everything else to it, like the volume of a paintbrush and how the shape is supposed to be. This right now we're on like scale, so pretty much it's showing about how the shape is gonna be. This is where all your original photos will be at, where like your files are at and all that. This is where you have all your filters and all your covers to add up to. And this is your paintbrush coloration where you adjust how you want to paint your paintbrush and how you really want to do it. Pretty much that's it. And here's the layers tab. The layers tab is pretty much where like you have a ton of layers here, which I will show you in a bit. Just let me add something here. And let's see, I'll add this for now as an example. You see how they add a layer here? Yeah, see that's what layers are. Layers are things that you add on here, and that how they add on there. This is channels like what you see and what the eye here sees pretty much. Red means like it will change the color of this to any color that it chooses when you X these out. Pretty much like RGB, but RGB is color coordination, by the way, if you don't know. And path is like choosing a lock and scaling a bit, and pretty much that's it. I'm not gonna do that. anyway, let's see about this. Anyway, go back to layers. Now you could put this in any mode you want. I choose normal because it's easier to follow than any of these ones. So anyway, Anyway, this is the moving tool where you get to move stuff and all that. This is an algorithm. I'm not sure what to do with this one. I never used algorithm. But it's for arranging stuff. That's what I see so far. This is the select tool where you select one place and you get to do that one place and you can do whatever that you want with this place. I will show you here right now. Let me see. I've used the painter, and this is the paint bucket tool where you put paint on it and watch this. Bam. It doesn't put paint on any of the areas. They put paint on this area that you choose. And that's pretty helpful at first. It's very helpful to have that. I find it really helpful when I can't focus on just one place. But anyway, I'm gonna X those things out now. So this is the lasso where this one is free select where you get to do a hand drawing selecting where you select photos but you can't really select the character, so you must be able to like trace it around him so it'll be able to select the character, which is pretty cool, which is actually not bad. This is scissor select, which is another tool can cut through edges. This is foreground select, which is for the background actually. Alright, this is the fuzzy select, whatever it's called. This is for colors and pretty much everything else. This is selection by color, by similarities, and all that. This is the chop tool to chop scenes in half or whatever, however you want to chop them. This is the unified transformation, which is kind of like turns it sideways or upward, which is actually, I don't use it that much, but some people might use it. This is another one called rotation. It just rotates the scene. It rotates it from here to here, and it will show you what it did before and after. This is scale, and as you know, it's the scale of scenes. This is shred. Shred is pretty much like tilts it a bit. Flip, it just flips it over, pretty much. Perspective tool. The perspective pretty much it moves it around a bit, like stretches it a bit. That's what I'll say. The 3D transformer. The 3D transform is pretty much a tool that actually like, how I say this, like moves it around like a cube, sort of. And the handle transform pretty much like grab on the edge and stretch it, most likely. But anyway, that's all from here. This is the wave transform and the K transform. I don't use these pretty much, but it just mostly transforms scenes, and this one transform and makes them deform. As I show you the paint bucket tool, it just fills it. And this one, I'm not sure, I never used that one, but I think it's like pretty much like does like parts of it. There's a paintbrush tool. So paintbrush, you color with paintbrush. You go to color with a pencil or airbrush and ink, and you can use your very own paintbrush. And this is a eraser tool. This is a clone tool, which you can create a clone or a copy of scenes. And this is a clone prosthetic, with it you can stretch that clone. And this is a healing tab where you remove stuff, which is actually really cool. I'll show you in other videos if you want to make more videos like these. This is a smudge tool, which is that you can actually select a smudge and color over it. This is a blur and smudge tool, which you can actually remove some blur, which is actually really cool. I never knew you could do that. And dodge and burn. Dodge and burn actually is like it removes some stuff and takes off some of the darkness and some of the light too, the unnecessary light. And this one right here is the path tool, where it creates and adds through paths. There's a text tool where you write words. actually. The color picker is the scene where you pick colors and scales. The measurer is the distance between everything else. And this is a magnifying glass. This you can zoom in and out for a lot of scenes. Now, what I'm going to show you here is file. This is for new, this is for to create something and open stuff, save, export, page setup. I think it's like 7 pages, print, and all that. The edit part is pretty much editing stuff, and a lot of it is copy, paste, buffer, which is I think it mostly like cutting stuff and pretty much just copying something. And these are, and you got to change the preferences, and you can also change the input devices and the shortcut keys if you want to. I don't use them. You got to change modules and units here too. Select, it helps you with selecting things like colors, and there's none, and also the culture also help you feather scenes, sharpen, shrink too, grow scenes, and also a lot of other stuff. The view stuff helps you with zooming, rotation, full screen, which you could click on it and it will show you the full screen of this scene. This is image tab. The image tab helps you duplicate these images and makes you see how they look as you duplicate them, because sometimes you want 2 copies. The transform wants you to like flip it and all that stuff, and chop it and all that. Now the layer tab helps you create new layers and makes duplicates of it too. The color tab helps you like add a color, and this is the most easiest way to actually add color to it too. But I do not use brightness or contrast for this. I use this one called levels. It's much more easier to actually do color, to add color in this one column that's called levels, and it's very easy to actually do that. There's tools like here, and most of the tools that come from here, and the filters are the ones that you use for the photos, and you can put them on here. And the web, pretty much stuff that can help you out around like the tools and to hide docs and everything else. And help will help you tutorials and about GIMP and tell you about its updates. So that's all I gotta show you about GIMP. I'll show you more if on my next video if you guys want me to do a whole tutorial on GIMP. I know how to use it very well actually. But anyway, let's go on to Blender. This one takes a time to pretty much load, and it kind of loads up just like this. Takes a bit of a time. By the way, GIMP takes about 3 months to get its own update, so every 3 months try to update it. And it starts off just like this, a gray sheet. That means loading. So you should actually be patient with Blender, much more patient than GIMP. GIMP has a very short rendering time. Blender, very long rendering time. I mean very long actually. And this is Blender. Blender has a lot of stuff, and I mean a lot. Here in Blender, you can animate your own TV shows. You can make your own TV shows here. You can make your own cartoon movies. I've seen people make movies with just Blender. I know, it's crazy. Just start with just a cube. It's crazy, huh? It sounds crazy and very unreal. But I'm going to show you some stuff just to show you. This is the layout, where you get to lay out everything, and this is the modeling. Modeling mode, where you move stuff and some of it is animated and you cut it down. And this is the scripting, where you script yourself your script, like your stuff and everything else, and pretty much just like edit everything else to it. This is the UV editing where like, you see everything in pretty much 3D, and here and pretty much over here on the left side you pretty much see a lot of these how it's split and how it actually looks from the top. Now the texture paint. Well, you see here the cube turned purple, but the texture paint is actually for the cube to actually change colors, but in here it changed purple because it's actually trying to show its real color instead of showing it white. Now shading. Well, you pretty much know what shading is. Shading is pretty much shading, actually. And this is why the problem with Blender here. Sometimes Blender says it's not responding. Sometimes it says that, but yeah. But anyway, shading is pretty much for changing colors and making the code act a bit differently. I know that you're shading a bit, but like I'm not really an expert on it. So anyway, animation. Let's see. I'll pick my. Yeah, there we go. Animation. This one is for to animate your cube or anything that you make on this. Rendering. Rendering is the last step of animation. Rendering is like getting everything done, and it takes like a long time to actually render things. Pretty much it's just like going through the progress of getting everything else done. Composing. Composing is pretty much another thing for motion and showing the static and how everything is going through its own progress. Scripting is showing the code that you're using here, and you could write even more code here if you're trying to add more stuff to it. And here, now pretty much the same stuff here. This is, you could do also 2D stuff, and that's pretty much the same scene, pretty much the same, right? Yeah, there's also masking and motion tracking and blending. No, that's rendering, never mind, yeah. And this is the one that I use. It's called video editing. This is the one I use to edit videos, and it's much more helpful than other videos editors. And I will show you other stuff in other videos if you want to know more how to use this video editor. It's very helpful, and it's actually a very good one, to be honest. This is actually one of the best ones I ever used. But anyway, that's all I can show you about Blender. Let's see what else I can show you. This is OBS. OBS is actually a good one. OBS is this one that it can actually record your screen. And it's very easy to use. Just put start record or stop recording, and you go to stream. It's very easy to use. You could also change the settings here on, let's see what else is that, like here on, where is that settings? Yeah, here on settings here, you can actually change the settings here on settings. I'm not sure you're going to show it to me right now, but anyway, yeah. So you can change all these other stuff, which I will show you on other videos what is a good thing to change on this app. The final app I'm going to show you is Audacity. Audacity is the stuff that I use for voice recordings and pretty much everything that you see in my rapping videos. This is actually one of the best ones for recordings, and I gotta say, not bad. This one you can add a lot of stuff to it and everything else, and pretty much you can add all this stuff, and it's very, very helpful and actually really good. And you can add tracks, you could generate effects. It's mostly like you could do noise reduction, normalize, echoes, and pretty much change your voice too. And this is actually just one of the best things that you can do on this stuff. Audacity is one of the best things that I ever used for music, and it's actually helped me a lot throughout scenes. But anyway, that's all I got to show you guys today. I also came to show you this one called PicPic. PicPic is actually a screenshot. It's actually a screenshot, a screenshot, a screenshot for your PC. Yeah, for your computer or laptop. It can screenshot everything else to it. Also, another app I would like to suggest for you to download is called Dropbox. Dropbox can actually help you save files throughout everything else, and can help you like save scenes and all that stuff. Dropbox is very helpful throughout everything else. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys really do choose to download any of these apps. Anyway, I will do more videos like these for these apps individually if you want to know more about these apps. If you want to know more, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll make more videos like these. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.